Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you are having a peaceful and wonderful day. Today I want to tell you the story of a quiet school teacher who helped bring one of the world's most respected martial arts out of the shadows and onto the world stage. Today millions of people practice it. It teaches focus. It teaches humility. It teaches inner strength. Its name is karate. But the story of karate begins with one gentle, patient man. His name was Gichin Funakoshi. When people hear the word karate, they often imagine sharp punches, powerful blocks, and breaking boards with a single strike. But karate is much more than fighting. It is a way of training the mind as much as the body. How did one soft, spoken teacher help turn a secret island tradition into a martial art practiced in almost every country on earth? Let's find out together. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through stories, please subscribe to Everstory English. Your support helps us create more stories for your English learning journey. Gichin Funakoshi was born in 1868 on the island of Okinawa, in what is now southern Japan. At that time, the fighting art of Okinawa was not called karate. It was simply called ti, which means hand. It was taught secretly, passed quietly from teacher to student, often at night, and rarely written down. As a boy, Funakoshi was small and often sick. Doctors were unsure if he would grow into a healthy man. His grandfather encouraged him to study tea for his health, and a family friend introduced him to two of the island's greatest masters. Funakoshi began training in secret, sometimes practicing in a graveyard late at night, so that neighbors would not see him. He trained for years. Slowly, his body grew stronger, and his mind grew calmer. He did not train to become a fighter. He trained to become disciplined. He became a schoolteacher, and for many years he lived a quiet life, teaching children by day and practicing his art in private. Then, in 1922, everything changed. Japan's Ministry of Education invited Okinawan martial artists to give a demonstration in Tokyo. Funakoshi, already in his 50s, was asked to represent his island's art. He traveled to the mainland, and his calm, precise demonstration impressed everyone who watched. He was invited to stay in Tokyo and teach. At first, Funakoshi lived in a small room above a dormitory. He taught in hallways and gymnasiums, often for no payment at all. He believed the art should never be sold like a product. Slowly, students gathered around him. He renamed the art. Instead of ti, meaning chain a hand, a name linked to Okinawa's old trading ties with China, he chose new characters that meant empty hand. This was karate. He believed the name captured something important. A person enters training with empty hands, and through years of discipline, they build something far more valuable than any weapons: a strong and honest character. Funakoshi did not see karate as a sport for winning trophies. He taught 20 guiding principles for life, but one idea stood above all the rest. He often said that the ultimate goal of karate lies not in victory or defeat, but in the perfection of the character of its participants. For Funakoshi, a punch thrown without humility was worthless. As his students grew in number, karate spread beyond Japan. Universities opened karate clubs. Soldiers and travelers carried the art overseas. Schools opened across Asia, Europe, the Americas, and eventually nearly every corner of the world. Children learned discipline. Adults found focus and calm. Athletes eventually competed on the world stage. Funakoshi's life was not without hardship. He lost his home and many students during the Second World War. He grew older. Watching the art he loved change and divide into different styles, some of which moved further from his gentle philosophy than he wished. Still, he never stopped teaching. He continued training students into his 80s, always emphasizing patience over aggression and character over competition. Gichin Funakoshi passed away in 1957 at the age of 88, but his influence continues today. Every time students bow before entering a dojo, every time they train their bodies to build a calmer mind, every time they choose humility over pride, his legacy lives on. So what can we learn from Gichin Funakoshi? We learn that a quiet, patient person can change the world just as powerfully as a loud one. We learn that true strength is not found in how hard we can strike, but in how well we can control ourselves. And we learn that small, humble beginnings, practiced faithfully over many years, can grow into something that touches millions of lives. Today, as we learn English together, we are practicing the same values Funakoshi taught. Learning takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes humility to keep trying, even when progress feels slow. Just as Funakoshi believed that character is built one honest movement at a time. We can become better English learners one word, one sentence, and one story at a time. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope you enjoyed learning about Gichin Funakoshi, and I hope this story helped you improve your English. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and join us for more timeless stories on Everstory English. Until next time, keep learning, keep listening, and keep growing with Everstory English.